Welcome, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is C's again, just trying to connect with you on another wonderful day, another wonderful time. I want to go down the Bouyon lane tonight, yeah, or today. I want to go down the Bouyon lane a little. Lately, you would probably realize, or probably you have realized, that Bouyon is taking an interesting twist in the sense that before it was mainly just about the party, the good time, having a fun time, and etc. And lately there has been a certain element of love. I think from the time Signal Band began and Bio Love, there has been a certain twist, and then Bio Love turned into a certain kind of GP, maybe they call it Lovers Bouyon. It's like a sub genre in the genre of Bouyon. So now I think maybe they will call it GP Bouyon or Bouyon GP. Is it me giving it a name? I don't know. Or it could be called, Bouyo's love music, love Bouyon. They have love Zouk or Zouk love. They have Zouk love, so they might have Bouyon love. Whatever the case, I don't know if it's already named officially, but interestingly, every so often a new song comes out that piques our interests. And for me, lately, the Without You, I don't know if it's a saga, if it's a banter between the girls and the boys, or the men and the women, but the Without You song has been sort of making some waves, and has played on my mind a little bit. So out of curiosity, I wanted to just stop and listen to the songs a few times. So I stopped by and I've listened to the song, the male's version. I've listened to the female's version. I've given the male's version a little more listening because it came out first. And out of curiosity, I can't help but to explore a little bit about what they're saying in the song. And I must say that it is interesting. If you've not listened to it, maybe you should, because hopefully this will give more clarity to what I'm talking about. First of all, I'm not an expert on Bouyon music. As I said before in one of my previous video, Bouyon has not been like my favorite genre, but I will say that it is more and more growing on me a little bit, and there is some kind of interest in how it's evolving. Now, I'm not talking about some of the negative vibes that are going on with Bouyon. I won't take my time to listen to some of what some people sing. Personally, that's me. Clearly they are too explicit. I don't see the need for that kind of lyrics in a song. That song Without You is interesting. It is generally a song anybody can listen to, except for maybe one little expression, and if you don't know what it is, then you just don't know what it is. It's a local colloquial term, and maybe every child knows it anyway, except maybe the way it comes out. It might be a little bit of a much for a parent to have the child probably grasp the concept of that aspect. But I want to look at the song at a broad perspective. The song starts with by the way, the guys who are singing the song, they are the unstoppable Shaq. I think he starts the song with about he should not have dealt with trusted the lady's daughter. And you have Trilogy, you have Kwan, or he said Kwan Dog, you have Rio, and you have Nice. So five guys, all into Bouyon, all creating good music, or creating music and making waves in our country and in the region with their music, and in the world with their music. Now, all five guys are in the studio singing this thing out. And I thought, wow, what triggered this song? What caused these gentlemen to come up with that song? And you can even hear, for example, in a certain aspect of the song, a certain kind of, anger from those guys, like, why did you treat me that way? And the guys are saying, I can make it without you. I know that I will make it without you. And I think there was a point where the guys were thinking they would not be able to make it without the person that they're referring to. And obviously, five guys, so it's not one person. But what triggered the song is something that we can all think about. I don't have the answer. Maybe the guys have the answers. But I'm sure at the end of the day, it is vital to note that a situation occurred in a relationship. Relationships we all crave, relationships we all sometimes have, relationships that test us. So you have the wonderful moments in the relationship, and then you have the times when relationship goes downhill. And so, what is his name? Shacks, yes. Unstoppable Shacks begins the song with a certain level of regret. Why did I trust the lady daughter? I should have listened to Thriller. I should have listened to Nice and Rio, those boys, my partners. I should have listened to them because they maybe warned me about Mamzelle or the girl, but for some reason, I put my heart in it and I didn't listen to them. And sometimes we do that. A lot of us can identify with that sometimes somebody will tell their child, a parent, oh, you're going down with that person, but that is not a good person for you. And sometimes we don't listen, and we end up in deep situations where we get hurt or we hurt the other person and so on. For me, what I liked is the fact that those guys in the situation were able to say, look, I know you probably think I cannot make it without you, but I can get myself back together, put myself together. Maybe I'm not together enough. I will put myself together, not for you, but for me, so I can prove to myself that I can make it, and to you, that I can make it without you. How many times we have tried to make sure we establish to some people that life without them, we will not die. As painful as the experience will be, we will continue to press on. As painful as the experience will be, you press on. Now there, we know of situations where people have had the adverse, where they don't allow for them to feel the emotion. It's too much, it's too painful, and they resort to other things. You can hear in the song some reference to violence, wanting to do something. Not that they're saying that they are going to do it. For example, Thriller says, you are lucky I knew your mother, and lucky I went to college with your brother. So that was keeping them from doing something vile. So the temptation to act in violence or to act in a violent manner was there. But again, the guys are choosing to not be violent. Instead, they're choosing to band together, one, support each other in the dark times, and also to get themselves together and to prove that they can make it without her, without you. You thought I wouldn't make it without you? I can make it without you. That's what they say. How many times we sometimes feel to be violent, and how many times people have chosen the violent route instead of the route that says, I can rise above this. I don't have to be violent. I don't have to be malicious. I don't have to be nasty about the situation. I can recover for me. So there's regret, but there is the element of trust. Trust is a big key in any relationship. If you're in a relationship with somebody and there is a trust issue, you're not at peace. What's the point of being in a relationship where trust is out of the window? Trust is a big factor, and it's highlighted there in the song very, 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 very much. So there are so many nuggets about relationships in that song. There is an element of mental health, because one guy says, you thought I would have lost my mind? You thought I would have lost my mind, and maybe it would have made her happy, or maybe it would have made her sad if he had. But he's saying, nah, I'm not going to lose my mind. I'm going to get it together. Mental health is a major, major player in our everyday lives. And relationships have a way of testing our mental health. Yeah, because if things are rosy and nice, everybody's on top of cloud nine, everybody's nice and happy. But the moment things go sour, then our mental health is challenged. Some people feel they cannot make it and they give up. They give up on their lives, and sadly so. They commit, suicide or they harm themselves, they lose their mind and things of that sort. But these guys are choosing to sing about it. That's a coping mechanism. They are choosing to band together to talk about it. That's a coping mechanism. And interestingly, there is also something else I saw that to them might be a coping mechanism. It may not be the best coping mechanism. It may not be that which we will advise for people to choose. But if you notice, there's a certain part in the song where one of the singers have a bottle, very prominent. And so maybe that's his coping mechanism at that time for him to rise above that gopoil, maybe, that emotional hurt, you know. It's not the best coping mechanism to drink your life away, but maybe it saved him at that time from going to be violent and doing something that he would regret for the rest of his life. So the issue of mental health is highlighted. The issue of trust is highlighted. The issue of getting somebody's self together, building up yourself after a fall, picking up yourself, brushing yourself off, and being able to face tomorrow is also highlighted in that one song. So many things that, listening to the lyrics, I've picked up. The guys are talking about that thing where all she really wanted was his money. And if not his money plus, by the way, his instrument. Do the maths. Yes. So that is all she wants from him, he believes. But she doesn't want him. Let us face it. The most tough guy, the most rough guy, the most difficult person still crave love. Still crave genuine acceptance. Not for what they have and can give to us, but for just loving them for who they are as individuals. They still crave and want to be cherished, want to be accepted, and rightly so. Want to be deserving of love for what it's worth and not for what they can give to the other person. And because the thing is about relationship, if we love people for who they are, naturally reciprocity would be the order of the day, whereby you love me, you show me affection, you show me care, you show me love. I will hopefully generally, with a good person who genuinely love me back, would reciprocate that same thing. And so the guys are not just craving a person that just come and take their money, take the good time, take their popularity because everybody know them and they hanging out with them. But more than that, the person themselves, loving them for who they are. That was what I was hearing in the song. When they reference the whole thing about, oh, all you wanted was my money and my instrument. Do the maths. People want to be loved for more than what we can get from them. They want to be loved for who they are. They want to be loved just for the person. Who am I? Not what you can give me, not what I can take from you, but just me in my brokenness, in my imperfections, with my flaws, with my faults, my roughness on the edges, and so on and so forth. People want to be loved for who they are. And to me, that's what I was hearing in that song. Of course, there was, as I said, some level of anger. And that's why, see, if I didn't know you, I would have, it's like a threat. But it's more like a lashing out of anger. Because you hurt my feelings. And so that is how I feel. But I commend those gentlemen, all 5 of them, for not projecting violence, for not projecting, I want to get back at you, tit for tat, or even worse. I mean, there is a line that says, I will get rid of you, I want to get rid of you. But it wasn't a case where I'm going to kill you. It was a case where I will forget, I want to forget about you, I will move away. I will take you out of my life. I will get my life out of your lane. I didn't take it to mean I didn't understand it that they were saying I'm going to do something to you, because it would be contradicting the line where they say, you're lucky I know so and so. You see? And violence is never the answer to any relationship problems. Violence is never the answer to self or to others, to fixing anything. We hurt, yes. People get hurt all the time. And it's not a nice feeling. It tears you apart. Let's be real about it. As I've heard some men talk about GP, Gopwell, and how, They felt like they even forget to bathe, they didn't want to bathe, they were depressed, and a whole lot of things. Depression is real, it's bad, and it's not something that we should take lightly and take for a joke. But it was good that the guys could come out and talk about it. Now, how many people stop to talk about it when they have a problem? How many people look for help, seek out a professional counselor to look for help when they have a situation like that, where they are hurting? Somebody who will listen to them and encourage them and tell them, you can see your life bigger than that situation, because your life is bigger than that situation. Our lives are bigger than the situations that hurt us. In truth and in fact, usually when we're in those situations, we don't really think about the other elements of our lives, because all we see is the pain and what that caused it. And so it's like our minds go inside of a box filled with just pain and trouble. And the counselor can help us to see outside of that box, that there is a light peeking in, that we need to explore what that light is and where it's leading us to. A mind of freedom, a mind of openness, a mind able to think about other things, a mind that is able to process the pain, the confusion, the difficulty, to process that pain in a healthy manner, a mind that will explore other things. For the guys, they explore music. They say, I'm going to sing about that, I'm going to write about that, I'm going to hang out with my partners and talk about the situation. And these are coping mechanisms, and they're positive. Somebody else might say, I'm going to run, I'm going to jog, I'm going to ride a bike, I'm going to exercise, because that too is a coping mechanism. Let's hope it doesn't get down into drunkenness and spoil the rest of their lives because one relationship took them down the drain. No. But that they can pick up themselves. Yeah, you take a little drink, but nothing to turn you into a warmier, nothing to turn you into a drunkard, nothing to take your life from you, that you forget how valuable you are and how valuable we are as people. So it's an interesting song. They put in some, make verbal expressions towards the ladies and telling the girls, that is who you are. You wasn't who I thought you were. I should never have trusted you, etc. Some regret, but definitely looking ahead to do something more positive for themselves, to rise above the difficulty, the circumstance, to rise above the pain, to rise above the trouble, to rise above the regret itself. It's a process of healing when you can reach to the point where you start taking, yeah, you hurt me, but I'm going to prove to you that I can make it without you. I can rise up. I can live my life daily without you, because it's important that I live, that I survive. And I don't think any one of us, nobody, no matter how good we are, I don't think any of us should give up on ourselves and give up on life when we are hurt by someone. Yes, it is hard. Some people do not want to feel the hurt, so they choose to do other things, destroy their lives. Don't go down that road. Seek help. If you're in a situation like that, seek help. Talk to your friends. Hopefully they will be supportive. They will go in the studio with you and sing and let you free up your meditation. That's positive too. And encourage you not to go down the road of the negative, but to stay positive. So I find that song is packed. It has plenty in it. For real. I don't know, maybe some people just hearing the music and it's catchy, for sure. You go to bed and you get up singing, without you never gonna make it without. For real, like it's playing on your mind. It's so infectious. It's so catchy. But there is so many messages packed in that one song by these 5 guys. Bouyon. Yeah, Bouyon. See who talking about Bouyon. But in real, I really want to commend those guys for taking that route seriously. And maybe they themselves didn't stop to think of all these little elements. I don't know. Probably they did. They put the song together anyway. Probably everybody wrote a verse. But for me, I look at the richness in it. I look at all what they're saying. And I think that there are lots of messages for us. The negative, 1 or 2 little negative vibe, we don't have to dwell on them. We can just skip them. We don't have to dwell on them. But I think the overall message in the song is that I can triumph. I can rise above my difficulties. I can rise over the hurt. And I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to build myself. I'm going to rise to a higher level. because I can. I know I can. With the help, the right people, the right surrounding, the right emotions, the right actions that I will take, I can make it without you. That's my take on the men's version of that song. Hopefully I will give some listening to the women's version. If you want me to, I can share. Tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts on the song. That'd be great. Maybe there is something that they're saying that I missed. Maybe I didn't get everything accurate. I don't know. You can tell me. I didn't write this song, but that's just my quick understanding and what I was able to extract from their song. Again, something we can all move our feet to and our hands to, something we can all dance to, and it's overall positive. So kudos to the 5 guys, Trilogy, Quan, Rio, Nice, and Unstoppable Shacks. Imagine I know their names. I feel proud of myself. Wow. So kudos, guys. One thing, I hope you're all working on did the paperwork this time to make sure everything going nice, no problems, no further troubles. What we want is unity in the music so that everybody benefits and that you can all be nice and happy and make it without all the problems. Okay? Kudos. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you hear, if you like what I talk about, please go ahead, consider subscribing to my channel. Hit the notification bell as well, so whenever I post a video you will know. I try to talk about things like these. Things, everyday matters, everyday things. And for me, it's not about bringing down the guys, no. It's about building up the positive. I won't review a song that I don't want to listen to. That is me, for the obvious reason. Okay? But if it's a song that struck me and in a positive way, most likely I will stop to talk a little bit about it. Hope you can make it. I can make it too. We can all make it without. Yeah, but in real, stay positive. Thank you for watching. Come again. All right? God bless all of you.